Hello, so how are you? Okay, today we are having a small session, okay? This session going to be for half an hour, 30-minute session. As you my co-worker and I'm your co-worker, it's gonna be easy for me to explain you, teach you, and then it's easy for you to ask me questions. Please feel free to ask questions, don't feel uncomfortable, anything, okay? This is our place, workplace, so you can turn around the camera, please, cameraman. So thank you for that. And we here every day working, and then you are in a supervisor, pretty much like you can do everything. So supervising position, and then you do ordering and food costing, those sort of things. So the concept of how we make money, those sort of things. So today I want to go through a little bit more in a depth where we can save money. Of course, we have to give the customer what they're paying. They have to get it. And a little bit of housekeeping before we move forward. So toilets are around there and in there, you know already this area very well. And then fire exit is outside there. Walking back, there's a door. Going through the front door is too far, so we need to take the back door. And then there's a fire blanket as well, and fire hose in case of emergency. Of course, we have to get out, and if anything, danger, bomb threat, or anything, we have to hide under the benches or anywhere safe. Okay, so hopefully there is nothing gonna happen within this half an hour, and then we can do all our training successfully. Okay. Just before I had another training with the ASTIP, so we were going through how to fly dog and how we cook food. A little bit of going through that because we didn't have too much time. So and here we have got some cheese and bacon here, and then we have already cooked some garlic bread, and we have got some cheese there, cheesy bread there. So why I got these things here is we work for Hawke's Breath Cafe, and Hawke's Breath Cafe has got the standard policy and procedure, and they have got budget. We stick onto that budget with the labor wise and then food wise. So ordering. Of course, if we don't order enough food, we won't have anything to put on the plate. Right? But at the same time, if we order too much, that's okay, but it's not okay. For the bosses, for the owner's perspective, they want money into their bank, not the food into the fridge. Okay? So these things we need to look at. And another thing is, if you order too much of this cheese, and then we have got 780 staff, they will think, oh, we have got tips in the fridge, so okay, yeah, use it, they use too much. If you got less, if you got the stock level is low, hey, keep an eye on that, please, we are running low, they will do it as exactly we need to, right? And oh no, we have got enough. Oh, that's fine. And same thing with the chips, like cooking chips. If you got 10 packets of chips in the freezer, they will pull out, pull out. If you got a couple of bags, hey, make sure you're using the right amount, so we don't waste too much. So that way they won't waste too much. Okay. So those are things ordering. Right. And then there's a small calculation I made already. So this calculation, it doesn't look that much. This cheesy garlic bread, we sell last week wasn't that busy, so we sell 20 cheesy garlic bread last week, right? So that way, 60 gram we put cheese in one cheesy garlic bread, okay? So 20 cheesy garlic bread, but as we normally put, this is 60 gram, but normally when we're in a hurry, we use double amount, pretty much. Or maybe 1.5, like 90 gram. I had a rough calculation of 85 to 90 gram, like how much we waste. 30 gram. 30 gram is not so much when we are using for the one bread, right? But that 30 gram calculated into 20 garlic bread is like 600 gram. 600 gram is quite a lot, like it's nearly 1 kilo. And then that 600 gram costs like nearly $6, $7. $6-7 in a week from one single meal, one single dish. How many dishes we sell? Look at those photos. If we put like 110 gram chips in one bowl, that's why I say all the time, you say all the time to the junior staff, and you say all the time to the junior staff, please don't put too much. Please don't put too much. We don't want to be greedy, not putting enough into our plate, but of course we want the value of what they're paying, but please do not put too much. The reason is, here, we can see, like 52 weeks in a year, we use like 31 kilo of cheese extra. That's gone, whether when we toast it, whether that's gone in the that toasting plate, whether it's on the plate or whether it's gone to the customer. If it goes to the customer, that's okay. But if we're burning that and putting in the bin, that's not okay. So yeah, and like putting too much, like anything. If you really like one thing, in our culture we eat momos. Momo is our favorite. If you eat too much, of course it's not gonna be good. Next day probably you feel like, oh, I don't want to eat anymore. You know, too much is nothing good. So that 31 kilo, I calculated that is like $374 in a year. Like 374 from one product. If we calculate, we have got like 10 products there. 3 tens, 3,000, nearly 4,000, $3,500. And if you see that going in the bin, or if you see that going out to the customer, and then the customer not going to finish it and come back and goes into the bin, it's not good. So this is only one from the cheese. And then another thing here is the bacon, cheesy bacon, same thing. Like we use 40 gram of bacon, diced bacon, but 40 gram is this much. It doesn't look that much. When we put it on the garlic bread, it looks okay. But when we use our hands and then gone. So that we don't really think about it, but when we calculate, same thing, 10 gram or 20 gram or 30 gram every garlic bread we wasted, right? It's pretty much same amount of sales we do, 19, 20. It's the same thing. Another 30 gram of extra, and another 30 to 20, 600 gram again, and 52, that's another 31 kilo. 31 kilo, now ham is like $12, $13 kilo. Right? That's 300, nearly 400, 500. Another $500 a year. Right? So now we are working for someone else. So it is good to learn and take that from your business in the future. Right? You never know. Tomorrow you will open up another cafe and then run the restaurant. Who knows, right? So it is always good to learn something, right? It is very important. Like we have got so many dishes you do in a pretty much smaller section. Like you're cutting prime rib, it's the same thing. Like prime rib is $22 per kilo. If we give 10 gram extra for one customer, we serve like 700, 800 customers in a week. 700 into 10 gram is that's a lot. That's a lot. Like it doesn't sound like that much, but it's like 20 kilo, 30 kilo. It's just and it's only 10 gram. That when you calculate, it's like 20 kilo, 30 kilo, 20 kilo and 30 kilo is like $400, $500. Another extra gone. in the bin or someone else's tummy. If we give 2 months, probably these meal, they are standard quality and standard of the what we say calorie count. Chips, salad, and protein, whatever we put on the plate, they have the calorie count, and then we explain them already on the menu. Okay, our food has got this much calorie. If we give them too much, they will get too much calorie, and then they will complain. Oh, I had food in the Hot Bread Cafe. I'm sick now. Why? Because you eat too much, maybe. Or if we give them less, oh, I didn't feel. I paid so much, but I didn't feel like this meal's supposed to be fill me up, but it didn't fill me, you know. So we have to work out in both ways. And then another thing, ordering like fruit and vegetables. Because of the market prices going up now, Australia, farming, there's a lot of farming going on now, but farming hits by the drought and the flood and lots of things, and all the insects and those sort of things, they not making a lot of money. They're trying to charge more and more and more every week. Price is going up. Like if you go to the Woolies last year, if you take $100, maybe you will bring a Woolies bag.
Yeah.
But now, if you take $100, you can just carry in your hand like that. $100 is nothing now. So that way, we got to think about in our perspective when we're working for someone else as well. Oh yeah, when I spend money, it hurts me. It's exactly the same thing. They are spending money for us to work and then make money and make money for them, make money for ourselves to make our covers, wages and those things. So another thing here, I got a little bit of video thing. There is your name already there, so it will be. Okay. Yeah. Food cost is a little bit. Let's see. Okay, why we care about our food costs and those sort of things. Okay, consideration of the portion for French fries actually contributes 0.2% less instantly calculate this. Okay, that's one. It can help you to calculate the potential food cost by analyzing the number of portions we sell. Right? As we calculate here, how much we sell and how much we waste and those sort of things. Okay, it will enable you to adjust the selling price. Like why we think about the food cost, it helps you. Okay, if the price is going up, okay, we need to consider about increase the price of the menu, those sort of things, because we need to take money to give food, so we need to adjust those sort of things. Any increase, decrease in the cost of portion size will change the cost of sales. That we need to look at. And it can help you to evaluate, adjust the portion size depending on the calculated individual food cost for that menu and takes a tour. Okay, so always there is some reason. We are quite lucky. We don't have to do our food costing for food. The head office gives us, and we follow that their format, and then we just put it in how much we sell, how much we buy, and then how much money we make, how much stock we got in our hand, those sort of things. So, like. If we do the stock count and then the stock enter, you will even more realize, Oh, that's why. That's why what he was talking about, she was talking about, oh, why this one going so much missing? Because we're not selling that much. We don't have in our hand. We buy so much and we sell this much, but we don't have it. Where it's gone? Gone in the bin. You know, that's some things. So we need to look at that. And are you comfortable with what I'm talking about? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah? All good?
I'm
Okay.
enjoying it.
Alright, that's good. Okay, so then thank you for your time. And then we still got some more time to go through. And next visit, because it's good for us, so we work together, so I can explain anytime if you need any help, and or if you're not sure of, or if you know something. Oh, Jiwan, we can change in this way. It's always helpful to have fresh ideas, because to work in the same industry, you think like, oh, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Right. I think I've been working in 12 years, but I'm still learning. So I learn every day new things from you guys, so that helps me to develop, right? So you have got the fresh ideas. Oh, you go out there. Oh, there was a different food today. I tried that, and then it doesn't look like costs so much, and we can sell it in this month. So that was really good as well. Good taste. Okay, can we try? Bad luck for us. We can't do that. We can't try. But at least we learned something, right? At least we learned something. You share that to me, and I share that to you. Oh yeah, I had this food, exactly what you made today, but this one looks a little bit different than what I had. That was looking fantastic. Maybe we need to change in that way. Apparently we can't change in that way, but we can tell that to head office, and then, hey, look, that food was looking good. Probably you need to change the way you plate on, the way you, maybe you're putting too much this thing, maybe take some that and this to make money from this side and that side, you know, that's some things. So how much time we got?
13 minutes.
Cameraman, 30 minutes, thank you. 13 minutes, okay. So, and we will go through those things every day, right? And we have got so many meals there, and we have got whole lot of Bible there, and it is quite easy for us to understand and make it easy. Like every single thing has got gram in there, so we can awesome measure it. We have got scales and everything. Yes, of course we are in a hurry, and then our managers watch out. Even though if we forget, they will say like, "Oh, why?" Because I had that's the example as well. We can add up the example, because last week Wes went to the Logan Hog Spread, and then he asked some of the staff how many gram we use for the steak sandwich. They had no idea. They said 100 gram. And then, huh? Are we still using 100 gram? No, we have to use 150 gram. Yeah, you know, I'm glad you all know it. And he asked me indirectly, random question, what we using for the buffalo wings? Are we pre-cooking the chicken? And then I said, no, we're not. And he was like, oh, I saw some stores they doing the same as they used to do that fried chicken. Pre-cook the chicken and then sell it. But if you pre-cook this buffalo, you can serve this one place, yes. If you pre-cook this one and then crumb that with that southern fried mix, it doesn't stick. And it's not gonna be the product you're selling. Like food cost comes down to like cost. If you give that one to the customer, they will definitely say, okay, this is not what I order. I don't want this, I need another one. Okay, that one goes to the bin, right? You waste there like how much money? $13, $14, $15? And then you making another one. You waste another $13, $14, and you waste your time. This comes down to the labor, to waste our time, and then that will push our meal time. Maybe we have to do other things, and then it pushes us behind. So menu knowledge is very important. That's why we got the online training now. So it is important to know about the online training, we go through there every day, click it on, have a look and things. Even it happened to me the other day, a couple of days before, somebody cooked the pre-cook for the buffalo wings, and then I had somebody put it up there, and then I looked at, doesn't look like the buffalo wings. Hey, miss, and then somebody pulled that out and changed that. So okay, I'm glad we changed it. So
You're
let's-
saying someone and see it. That's
Yeah.
they think that's
So-
me.
yeah,
That was your last night.
these are the examples.
Yes.
Right? So it's nothing. It's not a big deal. If it doesn't go to the customer, I don't get offended. Right? It's okay. We make mistakes. We are human. It's fine. If we can sort it out. And then, but if that one was like, oh no, I did it. I don't want to change it. I would maybe go on it. But if you change it, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So that's the good example. And another one we will go through, like portioning the price. Like I was in previous lesson, I was telling her about the putting them in one place,
Yeah.
not scrolling around, right? One place for the protein with the wrap or crispy wrap or beef wrap, whatever it is, and then another place right there has to go the chips. And then if these two corners are empty, it looks good. Rather than giving the messy plate, full plate, oh, it looks full, but there's nothing.
Yeah,
right?
it's all about
So,
presentation.
presentation. You can put any sauces are there. You can put the sauce in this side if they ask for extra sauce and those sort of things. So always make a height. Height is good, and then that gives us, that looks good. Also, it saves our product. So we're not wasting too much. And then another thing where we can cut our cost is like sauces. When we empty the sauces, please make sure empty them all. Yes, we are doing it, but if the new person comes in, explain them, hey, can you please do that? Because we need to empty that. If you leave that bottle upside down, I used to do that. They used to say, oh, you are so greedy. But I'm not taking that money to my house. I'm making that money for the company. So it's okay to be greedy if someone else is making money, right? It's good. It's okay to be greedy if I'm feeding you. Like last night, I had one staff was throwing some butterscotch sauce in the sink, and then I saw that, and then I was like, hey, can you please bring that back? Sorry, can you please bring that back? And then he said, no, I'm saving my time. I don't really care. You're saving your time, but you're wasting my food. And you know why I always give food to the staff? Because we save those things. Like that one would be, if we sell that, that was like $4. And that $4 is a lot of money. So we have to be careful about what we're throwing. It doesn't matter what we give to someone if we know, but if I didn't know that, that would go in the bin, and then I would be thinking about where did that go? Because I every time, this whole picture is in my head. Even though I'm staying at home, this whole picture is in my head. Okay, this thing was there, so maybe they used that much in my day off. Okay, I still got that much. So I calculate, right? Because wherever I work, wherever I go, even at home, my wife says, oh, we don't have that. When did you use it? Oh, I haven't used it. So that means there's a full packet then. Full thing then. Whatever I put, I haven't used it. If you haven't used it, there's a thing there, maybe something behind it, or something is hiding it, those sort of things we need to think about. We think like, oh, buying is quicker, but no. Making money is really hard. It's not easy. And if you're good at making money for someone else, yes, you will be good making money for yourself too. So that would help. This is the out of contents, but one of my friends used to live in a rented house. In rented house, we don't have to pay money for the water, but the landlord is paying, right? One day, if you become a landlord, think about when you become that landlord, right? And then if someone uses that, he turns the tap on and then he start washing dishes, and then his son start crying, and then he goes there and then change the nappy or he start feeding. The tap is running, and then I said, why are you leaving that tap running? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't have to pay. That doesn't make any sense, right? So those sort of things we need to think about. Of course, we're not doing that in our company, but I'm just bringing those things as an example. People do that. If you do that, that will be in your habit, and then you will end up doing in your house as well. Now you're living in someone else's house, and then if you buy a house and then move into your house, and then you leave the tap on, there is no one to come and turn that off, and then you will be ending up paying lots of bills. So those sort of things we need to look at. Okay, we're going out of the context. We shouldn't be going. All right, back to this. So does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yes, it does, right? Okay. So now on, yes, of course you are doing it really well, and then we need to keep doing those sort of things. And thank you for your time, and I'll be following up in our next session. It's not going to be like this, but catching up with the text messages or following up how you going, those sort of things. How many minutes we got? 5 minutes, 4 minutes, okay. Following up with those things, okay? So, is it important to do calculation, food cost, everyday basic or weekly basic, those sort of things? What do you think about? Is it important?
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
When we see that, it makes sense,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah. And yes, of course, even at home, when we cook food, and then probably 1 cup of rice will be enough, but we put extra. Right? We always do that.
Yeah.
It's our just a habit, and then we eat it. It's no problem. Yeah, it's okay. But that 1 cup of rice, you throw in one day 1 cup of rice. In 30 days, it's a 30 cup of rice. It's like nearly 5 kilo bag.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just to think about in a very little thing, and if you start doing that, you save money. Like, it is hard to make money. Why don't we save money? Huh? Why don't we try to do something different and then make it happen in a daily basis? So it is very important, and I'll have a look if I got any more information regarding that. So, okay. Do you think about this session? What do you think about this session? Was it effective? Was it easy to understand? And did you get anything out of this? Yes?
Yeah, it is effective.
It's effective. And hopefully it will change the concept what we do, and then I'll think about, when we have the training, I think about that, those sort of things. And end of this session, I will be giving you the feedback form. So please be honest. Or be honest. You don't have to say, it was good. You don't have to say that. You should say it this way, and you should do that. You should do this. You can tell me, be honest, and give me the feedback. So that will help me to do another training to someone else, or you again, or somebody else, to make it even better way. Like we could do some PowerPoints presentation, those sort of things, but we were working in this kitchen, so I didn't do that. So because this is practical, more hands-on things, and it makes it easy for us to understand and those sort of things. Okay. So any other questions?
No.
No?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for your time. And I will look. Next session, probably I will be asking you about the how you going, okay? In terms of ordering, how much you order last week, how much we sell, and how much did you order. Whether we have to cut down the ordering this week, or maybe we have to bump it up, or did we have enough stock last week? Yes, we had this stock was enough, but that stock wasn't enough, so probably this stock will go up and another stock will go low. Those are the things, okay? So, all good, right? And yeah. Yeah, this will be the feedback form. I will hand it to you. So all you need to do is whether it was very poor, fair, good, excellent, whatever you
Excellent.
want to write it down, and then what you like the best, opportunity to improvement for me, and if any other comments you can add on. Okay, so that will help me for the next lesson. All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.